Hi guys, as usually it's me, just a voiceover. You're watching review machines, and today we've again got for the review kind of a unique machine. I don't want to run ahead, but I should say now, we were shocked by the thing, and now I will tell you why. Let's go. Well, now we are to go for an exciting trip, and during this trip we will make various interesting tests of the machine. And I would like to repeat, we were greatly impressed by one moment. But we will get to this moment later. And now get comfortable, my friends, and let's have a closer look at this really unique machine. It's called Rostin, and I should say, it stands out among the other similar machines. It's too large for a motorsled, but too small for a tracked ATV. It's something between. But according to the documents, it's still a motorsled, so it doesn't require to be registered or driver's license, at least in our country. But unlike all the motorsleds, this machine is all seasonal. It can be used instead of a quad in summer and instead of a sled in winter. There are many other exciting features, so let's find out how it's built. Actually, we have the design of a big motorsled, but with a bunch of interesting solutions. First of all, it's really big, and it has a double track. Its length is 1650 mm, the width is 940, the width of each track is 220 mm. The tracks are specially designed for this machine. They have an aggressive legs and advanced suspension system, and as we can see, it really works. And this one is a kind of a secret weapon, but we'll see it in practice a bit later. One of the crucial features of the machine that its body is made of a special durable plastic that is not afraid of any freeze and blows. Its thickness is 8 mm. The body, the engine compartment and the trunk is completely waterproof. Well, sounds great, but let's find out how it's shocks resistant in practice. Well, not bad. Now at full blast. Just a few little marks on the body, but we'll fix it now. Let's look what we have under the hood. Here we see the single-cylinder 15 HP engine working together with CVT transmission. Besides, there is a gearbox that provides reverse. Make a note how neatly the joints are soldered. An interesting solution: the housing to take the hot air out of the motor compartment. There is a double drive chain to make it more durable. Then we see here a mechanical brake. There are various windows on the hood for air cooling of the engine. Behind the engine there is a trunk. We see there several USB and 12-volt sockets, and the button to switch it on. The trunk itself is quite spacious. It even has a long niche for carrying long items like rifles and fishing rods, with lengths up to 120 centimeters. And if you have any doubts that the trunk is really spacious, just don't have them. It is spacious. The steering is the same, like at any other motorsled. All the maneuvers are done by this handlebar. There are both handle and the thumb throttle to make it easier to control the engine. Then there are light buttons. By the way, the headlamps are very powerful. Then we see a smartphone holder and the handle heaters. The gearbox is controlled by this lever. Well, let's try to get it started. And first of all, it's very interesting to see how powerful this machine is, so let's test its towing abilities. We have a large car trailer, and now I'll try to tow it with our vehicle. There is a quite rough ground, but as we can see, the ATV easily tows the trailer. Impressive stuff, isn't it? But actually our machine is designed to be used with other special trailer. Let's look at it now. By the way, the trailer itself is also a very interesting piece of machinery. I think it's definitely worth of a single video. I'll try to make it one of these days. So I won't tell you in detail now about the trailer, just let's have a look at some crucial features. The trailer is made of the same material as the machine, the same durable plastic. The inner space can be transformed in any way you need. The seats can be moved along the whole trailer. 2 people can sit here with a relative comfort, even such big people as we. And there is a front bench that can be used as a table for tackles, for example. The trailer is equipped with 2 low-pressure wheels from a quad. Besides, there is a suspension system with quite a long travel. But most interesting, just for few minutes the trailer can be transformed in the kind of a camper with a functional tent. Moreover, then it can be transformed into a real motorboat, but as I said, it's worth a single video. So check one of our following materials to find out more about the trailer. Well, I think it's high time to move to the practice. Let's go! Wait a minute, we've forgotten one thing. Our trip is going to be quite distant today, so let's fill up our machine. Its fuel consumption is about 2 or 3 liters per hour. By the way, how do you like my mobile gas station? I use it in my households for all kinds of vehicles, from a cultivator to a car. It's very comfortable and a quick way to fill up any vehicle. There is a mechanical pump with 30 liters per minute efficiency, so with such a thing I don't need to break my back with fuel cans anymore. And now everything seems to be ready to start our trip. Let's go! We are moving now to a distant forest lake, and while we are moving there, we will test our machine in various conditions. As you can see, we have 3 passengers on board our vehicle, and it seems to be not a heavy cargo for the ATV. The weight of the machine is 200 kilos, so it has enough weight and power to tow much more cargo. According to the specs, its towing capacity is 450 kilos, so you can attach even one more trailer to the machine. Well, but what are the other advantages of this ATV? Firstly, as I said, it doesn't require to be registered or driver's license. Unlike other motor sleds that are used only in winter, this ATV is all-season vehicle, like a real tracked ATV. But as opposed to the ATV, Rostin is much more compact, and it's easier to transport and store it. And there is another big advantage that impressed us most of all, but we'll speak about it a bit later. And now a few words about the suspension. As we know, both the machine and the trailer have the suspension system. The suspension, together with a powerful towing ability, allow us to get through various obstacles like fallen trees. Of course, it's a bit shaky to move in a trailer in such conditions, but definitely it's much better than to move in any vehicle without suspension. By the way, such a model of a trailer without suspension is also available, but I think it's much better to pay a little more for the full suspension model. Meantime, we have an asphalt road on our way. It's clear that our machine is not cut out for such roads, but it's interesting to find out the maximum speed. According to the specs, its maximum speed is 32 km per hour, and we can see now that we have exactly the same result. Well, the machine is not fast, but it's definitely not the main its characteristic, so let's move on. Now we are facing the severe off-road inside. It's tough even for quads, cause there is swampy ground and deep ruts here. And we are moving straight forward through the most complicated sites. It's common knowledge that a deep rut is an unpleasant obstacle for any tracked ATV. But our machine overcomes such ruts. Even if the one of the tracks gets into a rut, another is always on the ground due to the narrow base, and the machine is able to proceed moving. The trailer has the ground clearance 330 mm and big low-pressure wheels. In this way, it's not a hard task to tow it even in mud. Well, Rostin is undoubtedly a great off-roader, and it will be very interesting for me to test the thing in winter, in deep snow. Do you want to see such a test? Please let me know in the comments. The only thing that requires some time to get used to it is the steering. If you know how to handle a motor sled, it will be a piece of cake to get used to this machine. But if you have never tried it, it may take some time to get the feel of the machine. And you should know that sometimes the handling of the machine even requires some physical efforts. Meantime, we are approaching our main goal for today's trip. It's a forest lake. And here we have one more interesting test for the machine. I haven't told you yet that Rostin is a real amphibious ATV. And now we will test its amphibious abilities. It's high time for our secret weapon, a special cover mounted in front of the tracks. Everything is ready now. Let's dive into water. And that is the feature we were so greatly impressed with. We have tested numerous tracked ATVs in our practice, and I would rather say this one showed the best results in water. Look how fast it is! A really impressive performance. And this ability to move swiftly in water results from a smart design and this tracks cover that we mounted before going in water. They just send the water jets right under the tracks. And this simple solution provides a higher speed on water. The carrying capacity of the machine here is 180 kilos, and additional 30 kilos can be carried in the trunk. Well, now let's speak about the prices. The prices depend on the set of options you want to get together with the machine. But I can say they start from $2,300 for the minimal set, and the trailer starts from $350. And now let's call it a day. Thanks for watching, guys. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you like this video. Stay with us, it will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.